Welcome to episode 8 of DNA. As you can see, my co host Dion Moore is with me on screen today. And Raiders were on a bye this week, but we're going to recap you guys with our breakout players and surprises, who shit the bed. We got some things to discuss, brother. First and foremost, how are you?
Mm, Doing all right. Last week a little fucked. Drove cross country. So 2,700 miles, something light.
Yeah.
So you missed that pod, but we're back. Been all right. Just thinking about my boy OBJ. Can't see it. Free him. It's a
Yeah.
Raiders pod, but free my boy.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I've been all right.
we'll take them. We'll take them. We can get into that a little bit later. And yeah, we're gonna be talking Raiders. Not as long because we're on the bye. But hey, we 5-2, still at the
Hmm.
top of the AFC West. And if the
Top.
playoffs were to start today, we are looking at the number 2 seed in the AFC West, and we would host the Los Angeles Chargers. So yeah, we're looking good right now. If the Chargers would have prevailed and won against the New England Patriots this past Sunday, they would have been ahead of us, but they did not. So Raider Nation, we still on top as of right now. We are going to be traveling across the country to New York, and we're going to be facing those football giants. And I have just gotten news earlier today that Shaquan Barkley is going to be out. I believe he got COVID. Um, so I mean, they've been having him not on the field. We talked about it on the pod a little bit, but that's a big difference. Not having him on the field. I mean, it's gonna help us. It's not gonna help fantasy owners. But hey, this is a Raiders pod, so if one of their best players isn't playing, I mean that's it's gonna help us out. Um, your thoughts on Giants Raiders this weekend?
Um, I'd like to see. I'd like to see a pretty good dub. A nice cushion. I mean, they don't have Saquon. They don't have Kenny. They don't have. I think Sterling's out. He got hurt. What, last night or 2 nights ago?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, their weapons are scarce. Our D has been looking good this year. So, and coming off a bye, got all the extra time to prepare. I want to
Yes.
see like a good defensive game, and then just see how offense adjusts to our loss we took in the offense. To see how we're gonna
Yeah.
approach that.
We can get into that a little bit later because I just want to pick up with what you were saying before your last statement. Yeah, I mean, we're coming off a bye. I want our guys, I want us to be well prepared, have a great game plan, execute that game plan. And like you said, our defense has been the surprise and it's been one of our anchors this year. And Daniel Jones is not an elite quarterback. Um, I want to see him getting attacked, like how this, defensive pass rush can get to him, and if they do, and they make him uncomfortable and they make him hurry, I know he will make mistakes, and Derek Carr will turn turnovers into points on the board, and like you said, I want to see what we were seeing in the past couple of weeks. The Eagles gave us a little scare, but that was a game, just like the Denver Broncos a week before that. It was a game we were comfortable. We had the lead, by
Yeah,
by a couple possessions, and we were clicking. Especially that Broncos game, we were clicking on all sides of the ball. Same thing against the Eagles. You know, we could have played better, but it's like in the last couple of weeks, we get punched in the mouth, and then we throw like two or three, maybe even four punches at them. We're scoring lots of points
bing, bing, bing.
unanswered. Yeah, so I'm saying it's about how you adapt and how you react to those punches. And with our team and that defense, Derek Carr leading them boys, um, I think that we should be all right. There's gonna be people saying, "Oh, they gotta travel," blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, NFL, this is a business. These dudes, this is their livelihood, this is their job. So it's like you can't blame it on a flight. So I'm hoping we go in there because I was listening to a pod and I don't know if you remember, but that game We went over there to play the Jets, and we got just railed on that Jets team in New York.
Yeah.
Um, but different year, different team. Like I said, our defense has been spectacular this year. Um, and to go back full circle into your last statement, yes, Henry Ruggs is no longer a member of the Raiders organization. You guys listening out there know why. I'm not going to get into that, but he's gone, and he was definitely a good component in our offense. I mean, you talk about speed. He is probably like, if not the fastest, like second or third fastest in the league, and we're talking about the National Football League. And he just gave us another dynamic, and we finally started to see, Derek Carr take those shots. Just get behind the defender, throw it up. He was actually coming down with the ball. He was making contested plays. He was getting first downs, and he was breaking out. He seemed like he was emerging from, last year he didn't have a great year,
Yeah.
and it's all but lost. Um, so my question to you, brother, because you kind of get where I'm coming from. How does this affect our offense moving forward for the rest of this year?
Um. Well, that deep shot, it's gonna. I don't know. That like opens up the whole defense. Josh Jacobs hasn't been here most of the time. He's healthy now, so hopefully our run game maybe going a little more, open some play action for freaking third and Renfro. I mean, Edwards been doing good, and I don't know. Zay Jones gonna have to step up.
Yes,
Uh, Waller. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I guess we just have to start feeding him again and just I don't know. It's really just that deep ball. It's like
exactly.
they, we just need someone to take the top off, but we can live without it. I mean, it's not something. A lot of people are fast. D-Jacks out there. You never know what can happen.
And it's funny that you say that because when I saw him get released and then this news came out, and then the guy that you were in his jersey, seeing reports about
Oh
him
yeah,
as well, we need something, and it is a receiver now. Because, like you said, that
yeah,
vertical threat with Ruggs gone, it's not gonna be our downfall by any means. But like you said, I'm glad you said it because I have it here in my notes. Zay Jones is going to have to step up. Brian Edwards is going to have to take another step forward. He's been pretty solid and more consistent this year compared to last. But we need Zay Jones and Edwards to continue to thrive, and they're going to have to be out there. And you know, my thing is, and you brought up the whole Darren Waller thing. You know, coming into this year, I was worried about our defense, but our defense has, done what they've been doing, so that's not really the primary concern. But my other concern was the receiving core. And we talked about this a lot. Darren Waller, he was our receiving core last year, but it seems like teams this year have found a way because like you said, there's some games where Darren Waller, he don't have a reception and it's like the third quarter. So teams are figuring out, maybe we stop this guy, we can slow him down. And the emergence of Henry Ruggs, along with our other weapons, like evenly contributing, it's going to be a hit. I like to see how our coaching staff and Derek Carr adapt to this, but guys are going to have to step up. And there's guys that could be signed, hopefully, or traded for um, something. But yeah, that vertical threat is going to be missed, and it's a shame.
yeah. That's I don't know, man. But
Ob.
I think Carr might be all right. And OBJ, so I guess the deadline was yesterday. So like
Oh,
the
that's
trade
right.
can be, but like it's like what did Brown say that he's not there? He's excused, and they say they don't know about his future. Coming from like the head coach, the GM's talking to his OBJ's agent about his future. It's like you guys didn't make a move yesterday, and then I mean you end up getting nothing. But there's just stats just showing Baker's better with OBJ off the field.
Hmm.
I don't think OBJ would apologize for anything. I don't see
Yeah.
he didn't do anything. I mean, his dad kind of went crazy, but I mean, nothing to apologize for. So I don't know, just get a little release. I see the Saints eyeing. It's like Saints, Raiders. God, there's another team. I don't know which one. They're like the top three. So hopefully he's like, who's this Taysom dude? I'm just gonna let me slide to Las Vegas.
And for that to occur, because I'm not super knowledgeable on that, but what would have to happen for OBJ to be set free?
He just had to be released.
Oh, that, yeah.
Like they just like cut him. Yeah, like oh, like later.
And they would pay the remaining of his contract for this year, or
Yeah, I think so.
interesting.
Pretty sure that how it's worked. I'm not sure. Someone was saying something about cut, and then Las Vegas tried to sign him and somehow do a sign trade, but it didn't make sense because trade deadline's up.
Mm,
So I don't know exactly how it works, but I know like they could just straight up release him, but they would owe him still, so we kind of get him free,
I
but then
see.
pay him eventually. But we will. You know, he'll get some numbers with DC throwing.
That's what I'm saying. I told you earlier today. It's just like if you give us that, I believe that he will return to how he used to ball. Um, the only concern about him is I don't know, and I guess I got like 1 foot in and 1 foot out type, but I don't know if he will be good in our culture. I wouldn't want him to come in and be that guy that puts a lot of media in us on us in like in a bad way. So I'm just hoping if for any team, honestly, but more so obviously for our team, if he were to come to the Raiders, just ball, bro. Like
Yeah,
just ball.
yeah. Especially in Vegas now, there's a lot of fucking media, a lot of attention. So like people just go crazy in Vegas.
How about your boy D-Jack? What do you think about maybe getting him, signing him?
Uh, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, he's a little old, but like he's still fucking fast as shit. We seen it.
I
What was it, like week 1 or 2?
Yeah.
He was fucking flying against the Bucks. The one of the best. Like they're a pretty
Before
good
their
team.
DBs were hurt, yeah.
Yeah, for the DB was hurt, but that dude was still flying, having corners lost. Shit,
Yeah. He would give
I would.
us he'd give us that vertical threat that we just lost, but I would prefer him over Willie Snead.
Oh yeah.
I always forget he's on our team, but when he's in, I'm like, hey, do something.
Please.
So let's end our talking Raiders on a good note. And we've had these discussions over the years about our defense, and for me, it was obviously the DBs and the linebackers. But bro, Denzel Perriman has been, I believe, the perfect shoe fit for our team. The guy is second in tackles in the league, and we just came off of a bye. He's got 81 tackles, which is the second most. And that's what we wanted. Like, I don't know how many times we've been watching games. I'm like, yo, why can we not tackle? But this guy's a sure tackler, tackles for loss. He's shooting and filling the gaps. He's creating good plays for us, and he's on the field. Like,
Yeah,
I couldn't have asked for more.
yeah. You always see him fucking flying around. It's like I don't know. I just feel like everyone like respects him. He's in the middle, just fucking doing his thing, and you have freaking the D line going in. It's like all levels. He just got so much better. But like our linebackers were always fucking our linebacker corners,
Yeah.
and it's like you got that dude in the middle fucking running around. He's gonna hit that. He's gonna make that first contact. Everyone comes swoops in.
Yes.
So yeah, everyone's saying we getting Chargers, sloppies, but him and Casey, they balling for us. So fuck you.
I'm glad you brought up Hayward because he was, I mean, DB's and linebacker, and we got both of them former ex Chargers, and like you said, whatever sloppy this, whatever, but like they still balling, they contributing on a very high level, and I believe Trayvon Mullen is healthy again, so I'm really happy to see him back in our secondary because man, we've been playing how we've been playing, and we've been playing with like four string corner out there, so I like Trayvon Mullen, especially on the other side of Casey Hayward. He's got size, and I've been seeing progression in his development. So yeah, man, I got us winning this week, And like you said,
Of course, of
hope,
course.
hopefully it's like a one-sided game. But if not, then dub's a dub. Um, so yeah, anything else you got before we go into our regular segments?
Nah. I said I want to see defense. I want to see 100-yard game from Jacobs too. That would just be. I just feel real good if that happens.
All
But
right,
that means the online got to put in work.
Josh Jacobs, we need 100 from you, brother.
He ain't looking.
All right, bro. That's gonna bring us to our breakout players for week 8. Week 8 of the NFL because it's gonna be week 9. Yeah.
Yep.
So breakout players for week 8. My first breakout player is gonna be Mike White, the quarterback of the New York Jets. This dude comes in and they came back. They won this game 34-31. No one had them beating the Bengals. This was a victory at home, and he went 37 for 45, 405 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns. He did throw 2 interceptions, bro. But like I said, this is a game that a lot of people didn't pick the Jets to win, especially the Bengals. They're in first place. They just took down the Ravens in Baltimore. Whole bunch of dudes saying Cincinnati's the team of the North. They're the team to beat in the AFC. Da da da. Joe Burrow's for real. Jamar Chase. Duh. But
Yeah.
they lost to the Jets. And another keynote that I wanted to bring up is that Mike White completed to 10 different receivers last Sunday, and they scored 17 points in the fourth quarter to get a 34-31 victory. And one of those drives, both of his last 2 touchdowns were in the last 5 minutes of regulation. The second touchdown to cut the lead was a 75-yard drive. So kudos to that. And kudos to their defense that ended up getting an interception. So then what does Mike White do with the turnover? He takes advantage of it with the short field, and then he scores the touchdown to put them over 34-31. And he got the dub, man. And
Yeah.
he wasn't
No
their
Corey
starter.
Davis. Yeah, and fucking I don't know. He might looking better than Zach Wilson. Shit.
That's what I'm
Might
saying.
might as well keep him.
Yeah. See what he's got. I got to roll with it.
Yeah. I like it. I like.
Mike White, my breakout player. Dion, you can go and give your first.
Oh yeah. So I could probably knock him out at the same time because it is a duo
Ooh.
from the Cowboys. You got Coop and CD going off with the backup quarterback under center. So kudos to them. We had Coop making that crazy circus catch on the sideline, do a bobbling, comes down with it. Miss you, Coop, fucking beast. And then 50 seconds left in the game, down like the three. Oh, who we going to? They throw it up to Coop. That's so nice. But yeah, he had 8 catches, 122, and a touchdown. TD did his thing. 6 catches, 112. No TD, but still 100-yard game. Um, but yeah, I just that end the game touchdown, little walk off, a nice. Just missed seeing Coop in that silver and black. And but yeah, they both balled with the backup quarterback. Um, a lot of people before the season saying like CD is gonna overtake Coop, all this, but they're just sharing it, both balling, and yeah, I love to see it from Coop, CD too. I mean, I will freaking draft night, what 2019, 2020, whatever. Like yo, CD, please, and you got whoever, but I was yeah, I always love CD, but yeah, those are my two breakout players. Uh, keep balling, they're gonna be a problem. Go with their they only
think
lost one game, 7-1 or 6-1. I don't know if that's their bye yet.
I think they're 6-1, but if not, yeah,
Yeah,
they're definitely at the top in the NFC. CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, two of the best receivers in the league on this young season. Great award. Um, and CeeDee Lamb, what a beast. He said, "Bitch, give me my phone."
yeah.
Draft night.
Oh yeah. What?
He will be a meme god. Um, so yeah, my second breakout performer is also going to be a wide receiver, and it's going to be Arthur Juan Brown, AJ, and he
I
had
was
10.
confused.
Yeah, you didn't know. Yeah, so yeah, I remember they called him that on the broadcast one time. I said his name is Arthur Juan. Yeah, AJ.
What's fucking Julio's name?
What do
You
you?
know that one?
His name's not Julio.
No. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold up. My bad. I just gotta do it. Quintorius Lopez Jones Jr.
Are you serious? Dude.
Yeah,
All right.
Quintorius.
We both learned something today. That's dope.
Yeah. All right. You good? You go ahead.
Would you say Quint what? Quintorius?
Quintorius.
Oh,
Q U I
Quintorius.
N
Should have been
Q U I
Quintorius.
N. Hell no, you crazy guy. Go, bro.
All right.
Wild boy.
On the other side, AJ Brown is my second breakout player for week 8 of the NFL. AJ Brown had 10 receptions and 155 yards with one touchdown. And one of his catches got them into field goal range for the game winning field goal. And back to back weeks, Dion, AJ Brown has tallied over 100 yards and at least one touchdown. And I think he's heating up. This is one of my favorite players in the league. And, Derrick Henry just had foot surgery, going to be out for a significant amount of time. So and I had them going to the Super Bowl because I was just enamored with this offense. It's still good, but now it's really going to fall on the shoulders of Ryan Tannehill. Need Julio. I forgot his name, even though you just told me his real name. I need Julio to step up. He's had some okay games, but moving forward, AJ Brown is going to have to carry this team, and he did it last year. He had two knee injuries or both knees injured, and he put up those insane stats. And I forgot at what point, but basically they had advised him that he should have sat out and he couldn't play, and he played and he balled and he was all pro last year. So I think he's hitting up, and this offense is going to need him, and they're going to need Ryan Tannehill to step up. They just signed Adrian Peterson. Their backup, was it McKinley or something like that? We'll see how much he can do. But definitely moving forward, this you take an elite running back from any team, and their offense is going to struggle. So I want to see how they adapt and see if they just let Tannehill sling it. Is it going to turn into 40 plus passing attempts every game? This was a team that all they had to do was feed Henry,
Yeah.
but not going to be that anymore. So Titans are 6-2, top of the AFC South. Um, I don't think they're going to lose that much ground. I think they will still win the division, but AJ Brown is going to have to be balling for them to stay at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. He's freaking, and he could do it. I mean, so we'll see. They just gotta try to give him the ball. I mean, you gotta get at least 10 targets. Just try to feed him. He's fast as hell. Get him a screen, couple screens, something,
Yes.
because he'll make it happen
Yep.
for sure.
Oh, ooh. Oh man, smell like she. Dion, who shit the bed this week?
So I'm gonna go with our lovely, I don't even say neighbors, our lovely Los Angeles Chargers. One guy in particular. I mean, I could go the whole team. They just thought they were so good. Dogs, we're so good. We're just so good. But I'll give it to Herbie because, rookie of the year. Oh, he's crazy. Just slinging that thing. How many records he's gonna break? I don't know. Looking a little weird last week. Even the week before. I mean, the Ravens game was bad. Get a bye, just recoup. Then he come into this game. He only had two touchdowns, threw for 2 ints, and 220 passing yards. No, 223. I got 223 passing yards. So I'm just wondering, like, are they just? I'm just confused.
Yeah.
This dude is supposed to be so good, or what? He's good, whatever. But the Patriots D, I mean, they are what they are. You don't see any like star-studded people out there, and you're supposed you have Keenan, Mike, Austin Eckler. I mean, Jared Cook's pretty good, but you're over here throwing an interception straight to the DB's hand. Like Jared Cook wasn't even looking yet. Like, why are you throwing it? And it just went straight to DB. Cash his ticket to the freaking crib. Um,
It's a pick six.
yeah,
Oh, oof.
yeah, pretty sure. I think it was like 10 minutes left. I forgot, but yeah, 51 completion percent. I don't know if I said that. 51.
Nope.
Um, that's half. Um, I don't know. I thought you just expected more from this guy, especially with coming off that bye. Like you had that terrible Ravens performance. You get this bye, and then you just come out kind of be mediocre. Um, they were. I get people had them as a team to beat in the AFC West. I guess they probably still do, but I think they came probably full circle and might see more of this. I don't see them as a team. I don't know. I just love when they lose. So if I
Yeah,
get a little too hyped, but I don't know. I think you expect more. They had a rookie quarterback on their side. It's like they performed pretty much the same. Mac Jones just didn't have any turnovers or touchdowns, but he threw for 220 yards. So
he took care of the
I don't know.
ball.
Yeah, take care of the ball. I'm not sure how many fourth downs they went for. I can tell you that. Probably like 4 or 5. But yeah, sit in bed. I rambled a little bit. Herbert, you gotta do a little more if y'all want to be at the top of the AFC.
And if you want to say you're
Got
better than Derek Carr.
oh yeah, of course.
So
So
I'm glad you brought that up though, because I just kind of forgot, and if I'm not mistaken, this game was at home and off of a bye. That coaching staff by Bill Belichick is going to be well prepared. And you had an extra week, and the dude's daily. Oh my God, this and that. I mean, I was kind of talking about him because I liked that fit. I mean, he's had success in the NFL. Now he has this
yeah,
opportunity. He's got a pretty good team. Um, but yeah, just underperforming. And you see Herbie just not taking care of the football. It kind of seems like he's had a handful of games now with multiple turnovers. So you can't be giving the ball out and expecting to win. And New England, give credit to New England because a lot of their success lies on their coaching, and they just got like low key ball players, but they
yeah,
get the
yeah,
they get the job done. But like you're saying, we're good, we're bad, like we the best. Like nah,
yeah.
DJ Khaled, you ain't the best. Like it's
I
not
think we
it.
see it a little extra as the San Diego boys. We see it a little much, but it's still there. Like everyone, it's just everywhere. It's like yeah. But yeah,
Justin Herbert, gotta step your game up.
stinky
So
boy.
my surprise of week 8 is going to be last Thursday's football game featuring the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Before, a couple days before the game, it was announced that Devontae Adams, all pro wide receiver, got COVID and he was not going to be suiting up and eligible to play for this game. Then Lazard was out as well. So we had a lot of talks about, oh, Aaron Rodgers, they took his weapons and how is he gonna
Mm,
do it and this and that. And the boy, or not the boy, the man came out on Thursday Night Football and ended up still getting the dub. A lot of it was credit to those two running backs, Dillon and Jones, and mostly credit to their defense, which they were giving up a lot of touchdowns in the red zone in particular through this young season. But I'm just looking at the stats, man. And if you would have told me that the Packers beat the Cardinals 24-21 and Aaron Rodgers had 184 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, not bad. But Aaron Rodgers 184 yards and the Cardinals only scored 21 points, I would have thought this game was at Lambeau, which was not the case. This was in Arizona. However, you look at Kyler Murray's stats, and the boy went 22 for 33, 274, two interceptions, the ints. no
Yeah, they
no tutties. Excuse me, no tutties. And he only rushed for 21 yards. That sounds uncharacteristic of Kyle Murray. And why was he not doing things to extend plays and pick up first downs with his legs? No Adams, home game, only put up 21 against Green Bay, which their defense, you know, it's to me it's not elite. I'd say maybe above average. Like they got some dudes, but the Cardinals were just rolling over and just scoring on everybody. I mean, this is a team that I forgot to look it up, but I mean, this was a team that beat the Rams a few weeks ago, and I think they put up like a 40 piece on them. You gonna tell me the Rams put up a 40 piece on, or the Cardinals put a 40 piece on the Rams, and they only put 21 against Green Bay at home with no Devontae Adams? And I mean, Lazard is what it is, but like you take away Devontae Adams, and you're like, oh, all the sports bettors are like, oh, Arizona, and Arizona's undefeated or whatever. Now they've lost, but I don't know. I got to give a lot of credit to Green Bay because they're still one of the best teams, and they got Aaron Rodgers, and he's one of the best to put on a helmet. So I got to give a lot of credit to Green Bay in that defense. They had 3 forced turnovers, and Green Bay had 0. And looking at the box score, I think that's why they ended up winning. There was an interception on the last play that solidified their victory. I mean, they were at the goal line.
yeah
If AJ Green would have looked for the ball, we would have been maybe having a different type of discussion. But nevertheless, no turnovers on Green Bay's side, 3 on Arizona. They lost by a field goal. And Kyle, 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 Kyle Murray, you gotta step
what
up,
the hell,
man.
bro?
You got you gotta step up, brother. You were looking at MVP talks, and
Yeah,
you're a prolific player, and I get it. Maybe you just had a bad game. I think you were talking about it earlier. He's a little dinged up, so ice
yeah,
ice those injuries, ice them boo boos, and play better this week.
yeah. I was gonna mention the whole MVP shit. It was like Derek Carr, and then he had a little off. He had a little off thing. And then Kyler's front runner. And he was balling, and he just had this little off game. So I mean, we'll see. I don't know where it's at right now, but might just be that one little game off. But it came at a horrible time against
Yeah,
a team that is missing a lot of pieces too. They had freaking Jalen Smith out there. They just released him today.
yeah,
Cowboys released him. Packers picked him up. They released him today. Now he's out. I mean, they had him running around fucking trying to get Kyler.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
All right, bro. Told you about it earlier. I'll go first, and I'll start off in the AFC. We're just going to give the people who we think is the team to beat in each conference. Starting off with the
yeah,
AFC, I'm going to go with Bills Mafia. I mean, this is a team that was on the brink of a Super Bowl, and they got the pieces. Josh Allen, I believe this is what his 4th year in the league, and he's just been showing sums of progression. In the last couple of years, and I mean, you add Emmanuel Sanders to Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley is essentially the Wes Welker slash Amendola
yeah,
2.0. I mean, he's a guy that doesn't really get talked about. He does a lot of the dirty work. I wish I had the number in my head where he's got like 10 catches, over 100 yards, but
yeah,
on any given Sunday, this man can be one of the best receivers, and he doesn't get a lot of recognition, especially with Stephon Diggs, who is one of the best receivers in the league. And to counterpart that with Emmanuel Sanders, who's had a couple of really good games and kind of like subpar games. But I mean, the thing with the Bills is they got that guy Knox. I think they have one or two other tight ends that, I mean, Josh Allen is not shy to spreading the wealth. I mean,
yeah,
there's so many times, whether they're up by 30 or, they're down by a touchdown, it don't matter the circumstance. he will find the right guy to throw the ball to score a touchdown. And there's been multiple times where I'm on red zone or whatever, and someone scores a touchdown on the Bills, and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
But he's like wide open, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And they got like I said, they got like a three package tight end. Like I don't know. Their defense is pretty good. I'd say maybe top 10 or around 10. But then like their whole
Yeah, for sure.
dynamic of home field, like that Bills Mafia stigma, like it's no joke. Like you know how not so much this year, but in the like more so in the past, you know how they talk about, you know, Kansas City at Arrowhead, like it's hard to go in there and win, like the
Yeah.
crowd, noise, the blah blah blah. Same thing, even more years back with Pittsburgh. Like Bills Mafia gives you that home field advantage. In my
Yeah.
opinion, it just really does. So it's like Josh Allen and them boys, they score a lot of points. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, if you got more points than another team, you win. And I don't think their defense is bad. Not bad at all. So Buffalo Bills are my team to beat in the AFC.
Yeah. I respect it. My team, down but you lost to the Bills last year. Well, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. But like you said, Josh Allen always finding someone just because dude runs too. So he's out there scrambling.
Forgot to mention
Oh, he
that.
about to run.
Hmm.
He just tosses it. But the quarterback for my team do the same thing. I got the Ravens.
Mm.
I just if I was a team, I just wouldn't want to play the Ravens. D, disgusting, Calais, Murphy. They did have that bad game the last week or
Cincy,
week
yeah.
before.
They had a bye like
Yeah, I
us.
mean, yeah. So they had a bad game, but I mean, you can see the little running back coming together a little bit more. They had all those injuries, but Freeman was doing all right. Bell was out there, got a touchdown. Looked weird. I think he's like in number 17 now. He
Yeah.
just looks weird, but uh, yeah, Lamar and the boys. I wouldn't want to play them. I feel like I don't know. That's my team that I'm like, damn. Like you don't know what the fuck Lamar's gonna do. He's gonna rush for 100, throw for three, or he just shut him down. Like I mean, we've seen him get shut down, but it's just like so iffy. I feel like that's the team I wouldn't want to go to because like even the Bills, like okay, they lost to him that year, but we're gonna be what in January, February, might be snowing up there. Like you have the results of running the ball, so
True.
we'll see exactly what happens with that. But yeah, that's why I got them. Then Ravens, Harbaugh might be coach of
Yeah.
the year, depending. So we'll see. But yeah,
Wow.
for now,
Yeah.
Ravens for now. Ravens for now.
Yeah. We can do this like every other week or every week, whatever, like whenever. But I really admire and like some of the takes you had. You brought in the whole weather element. That was awesome. Was not
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that. And then the coaching aspect. And I mean, Harbaugh could be in coach of the year talks on any given year.
yeah.
One thing I would like to add to your part was that I mean you got the best kicker in the NFL too.
Oh yeah.
Big
Uh,
trust.
for
So yeah,
yeah.
that's
Can't forget
dope.
about that.
That's dope. That's dope. So that brings us to the NFC, and my team just got traded for Von Miller, who's been one of the best defensive ends in the last decade or so. I mean, to me, he's still got a lot left in the tank, and the Rams are what? They're 6-1, 6-2,
Yeah,
something like.
7-1,
I
something
mean,
like that.
they're one of the teams at the top of the NFC, and I was telling you earlier, I just think that the whole Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay duo just grows and strengthens each day, each practice, each conversation. These dudes just have an astronomical intellect of football, and they do well together. And that defense, man, they've had a top for sure top five defense the last 5 or 6 years, and you're gonna add Von Miller to Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, like
Yeah.
my guy, and and it's I like how we talk about coaches a lot because sometimes a lot of the success is on the players, which I get it. They're the ones out there, doing it. But like to me, more recognition needs to be on coaches because they are like the ultimate product of what is put out there on the field and their success. Because without them, like without the right guy, they're the ones putting their players in position for success. So this Rams team has been, to a Super Bowl. They're in the playoffs. They're, winning division titles and whatnot. That division's been tough for the last 5 to 8 years or whatever, going back to
Yeah.
San Fran and Seattle. But they got Robert Woods, who could be a number one on a lot of teams. My boy Cooper Kupp, who is just a silent assassin. This dude has 10 to 12 catches every game, and he goes off. I mean, Tyler Higbee. Who are their backs right now? Um,
You got Henderson,
Henderson
Sony
Jr.
Michelle.
Yeah, they got Michelle. They traded for him, right? I mean,
Yep.
there's just so many weapons and options that McVay can do, and Matthew Stafford got free from Detroit, and look at him now. And I'm just,
Yeah.
oh man, I like to pat my own back. I got the Rams going to the Super Bowl, and for them to be playing this well, I got to toot my horn a little bit. So yeah, the
Yeah.
Rams are my team to beat in the NFC.
I respect it. I saw a freaking like a little graphic earlier, and it was saying how Coop. I just looked it up too. He has freaking 900 yards on the season so far, and they say he's on pace because of a little extra game shit. To beat Calvin's record, and they're like, oh, and fucking Stafford's behind both of those. Like, it says more about him than the receivers, and I was like, I mean, Calvin's a fucking beast, and Coop's a beast too. But I mean, there's probably stuff that's be said, I guess, about Stafford. Wasn't it? I don't know. I just thought it was cool as fuck. Like, if that actually happens,
Yeah,
like he basically holds 1 and 2. But yeah, that's dope. Uh, I like the coaching too, cause fucking, I just want to bring up golf, dude, to golf to the Super Bowl. Like, it wasn't cause golf. Come on. But yeah, I like that. But I'm gonna go with my Super Bowl pick because they just beat the undefeated team, the last undefeated team in the football league. That is Green Bay Packers.
mm,
Uh, I just believe in the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers, greatest quarterback ever.
mm.
Got Devontae Adams, you know. Yeah, AJ Dillon doing his little thing right behind Jones. I just defense, whatever, little suspect. But if they can keep this top seed and have teams come to them in Lambeau in the winter, and who they're used to that shit. Freaking the Rams not, all those West Coast teams aren't. I mean, it just be I don't know. I No one wants to play fucking at Lambeau in the snow. Like no one wants to do that shit. But yeah, I just have them still as a team to beat, or I have them go Super Bowl still. But right now, yeah, that's my team to beat. I just believe in Aaron Rodgers, especially after last week. I was just like,
Yeah,
fuck it.
got the
He had
job done.
nobody. Yeah, then they're like, do they throw Jordan Love at receiver? That type shit. But they're not playing this. Rodgers got COVID actually, so
Yeah.
uh, Love's going to be playing this week. So we might see what they're really made out of without the goat. I mean, it's kind of hard. The greatest all time. But
Respect,
yeah,
respect. Yeah, and going back to that whole, I mean, that's the reason why I got the Bills in the AFC, bro. Like, and then there you
yeah,
go again, bringing the whole element factor, which is a big part of Green Bay and that Lambeau Field, that frozen tundra. But That's the thing, man. You get a team like that, an elite team, and you're going into their house like it's just a different task, man.
Yeah, that shit cold.
That shit cold. Winter is coming. Hell yeah, that's dope, bro. Right on. All right, man. So we're winding down. This is gonna be our last segment. It's our pick'em. We're gonna be recapping our last couple of weeks and giving our total records up to this date. And week 9, we got our picks settled in. I am 68 and 39. I went 7 and 8 last week, so that was not good. You, my friend, are 76 and 31, 8 games, 8 game lead from me. You went 8 and 7 last week, so you were over 500. I mean, that's good.
Barely.
Barely. And week 9, let me pull this up. I got my picks. You got your picks, and I'm gonna
Yep.
start off with Thursday night. The Jets at the Colts.
This is an ugly game, but I got the Colts.
I have the Colts as well. Then we're gonna go Cleveland at Cincinnati. I will go with Cleveland.
Yeah, me too.
Them Broncos at the Cowgirls.
Uh, Cowgirls, of
Yeah,
course.
Dallas. Yes.
Yeah.
Texans at the Dolphins. I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with the Texans Cowboys.
Falcons at Saints.
I want Hotlanta.
All right, I'm taking New Orleans.
Ooh.
This game, you already know, we're going Las Vegas, but the
Yeah,
Raiders
yeah.
play the Giants, so we're going Raiders.
By 50.
Patriots. Hell yeah. The Patriots at I don't know what happened. Hold up. Patriots at Panthers. I'm going New England.
I'm going the Panthers.
Bills, Jags. Bills. Vikings at the Ravens. Going Ravens.
Same Ravens.
Chargers going to Philadelphia against them Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
Uh, yep. I want my boy Jalen.
Get her done,
My
man.
dog.
I hope so. Packers at Chiefs. Going with the Chiefs.
Uh, I'm going with the Pack.
Cardinals at the Niners. Going with them Cards.
Same.
Titans at the Rams.
The Rams.
Going Rams as well, and they are 7-1.
Mm.
Bears at the Steelers.
Chicago.
Be going with the Steelers in this game.
Yeah.
So once again, man, we got different picks. I need to make some ground because I've been, -6 of you, but my record ain't bad, man. Your record is really
Nah.
good. Your record is really good. But yeah, hopefully I get more games than you this week, fucker.
You get above, hey, as long as you're above 500, you just see those dudes on fucking ESPN. Crazy. Fucking trash.
Nah, I usually wake up like before kickoff, so I don't watch their shit. They be like having some
Uh,
bad records.
yeah, they have some shit records.
Damn.
They'll do like for the day, or they'll do like all time. It's like, what the fuck? God damn, you suck.
Like you on
Like
TV.
it's supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be analysts and shit. What the fuck you analyzing? Yeah, shit is garbage.
Hell yeah. Go Raiders. That concludes episode 8 of DNA. Alex Cervantes, Dion Moore.
You know,
We out.
whoop.